She is amazing. We are very, very lucky to have her in Australia. She's very knowledgeable. She's been around for so long, so it's absolutely amazing. So shout out, Kelly. Thank you. And
Thank you.
and I'm Wynn. I've met, I think most of you I've met. I'm actually in Dallas in Texas, so it is like 2:30 in the morning for me. Um,
We
but
appreciate you coming on at this time.
So anyway, welcome everybody. Hope everyone's had a great weekend. We're going to talk about websites tonight. So I'm actually going to start. I'm just going to go over the American website because you guys are really lucky because you get both websites. We only get the one. So we have the American website and that is it. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to show you how you can register to it and then or when you get to it and how you can go through and register it. All right, so Kelly, can I share my screen?
Yes, hold on a second and I'll do that. Okay, go for it.
All right. Okay, so everyone can see my screen here.
Yep.
Oh, hang on. What's my let me just check out what my all right, so this is your, oh no, so this is your, when you want to go in and do the American website, this is what it's going to look like when you go in to register. So if you have registered your account, you would just log in, but this one here, I'm going to register to it. I think this is the one that I haven't got a registration to or haven't started up. So I have a few different accounts. I have 3 accounts because building to gold, which I'm actually only I think 1 or 2 off, and then I'll hit gold. So, but I'm going to register my account through here. So you put in your ID number here. Let me just make sure what back office I've got. So 71. So you would put in your ID number. So 712 388, and then register. Hopefully. Okay, so it's going to send me that email, and then I've got to go in and get the email. So give me 2 seconds. So they'll send you an email. You'll go in and get started. That one there. Sorry, hold on. I'm just going to get the imaging here, registration. All right. Oh, so, oh, did my screen go out or is it still up?
No, no, it's still there.
Okay, so sure. So it's going to go into here. So then this is where you're going to fill everything out. So you're going to put in your phone number, you're going to put in your address. You're going to put in, you can put in your URL for your Facebook and your YouTube, and then you're going to write a bio about yourself. Okay. So my bio, I'm just going to go in. All right. I'm going to put my bio in here. I'm not going to put a photo in just now, and then you can go in and change your password. But I'm not going to. So then we're going to update our profile. Okay, so then it's successful. You go to your dashboard. This is what your site's going to look like. So it's obviously going to have your details up the top. So this is what our ones over here look like. This is the only one we get. It is really simple. Obviously, we put our photo goes in here. It's got your contact details all through here. Now, I don't know if everybody knows, but this one here, your clients can actually go in here and do a search for flights, hotel, car rentals. If you were to use this and what have you, everything will be in American dollars. but your clients can actually go in there and book. So say you've got clients coming over here, they can go in and book car rentals and stuff, and you'll get the commission for it. Now, the way that this one here, like it's basic, very basic. This is your monthly, or I think this changes monthly, and then it does the blog down the bottom. You can go into your dashboard at the back here. So if you wanted to change anything, you'd edit your profile here. And then you can go in and change your photo, your name, because some people want to change it and put their business name on there. So you can go in there and do all of that there. And then we've got our user guide, our profiles, and then we've got our commission hub here. So our commission is done completely different to the way you guys do it, but this is how we do our commission hub here. So we'll just add it all through here. But basically, if you want to have one of these sites, you can. And this would be, oh, where'd it go? It took me out there, and then my booking portal there. And then basically you could use it for your clients if you want to. That is how simple it is just to set up your US one. Any questions on that?
Yes, when it's Annette here.
Okay.
If a customer does go through and books it like through here, do we still have to submit a commission tracking form, or does it automatically register for us?
You do need to submit your commission tracking form. You also need to submit your credit card authority form.
So, but if they're booking direct through here, how do we know that they've booked something? Like, does it send
You'll
us an
get
email?
an email. You'll
Okay,
get an
perfect.
email confirming that.
And then do they pay online, or do we have to chase
No,
up the
they pay
payment?
for it all, but you need that, but you need to still send them a credit card authority form to
Okay,
take the
all right.
money.
Okay, all right, cool, thanks.
You're welcome. All right. Okay, well, I am going to now hand it back over to Kelly because she's obviously got the more important one. Oops. Oh, you're on mute, Kelly.
Sorry, I would put it on mute because my son was being noisy. So I'm going to share
All right.
my screen
And I'll
now.
mute myself.
Eh,
And this is
okay.
probably not going to be a long training, guys.
No,
And then next week we're going to do the training on what do we talk about next week? Is it Canva? Are we going to do a Canva
you're
training
doing
next?
Canva because I won't be here.
Right. That's right. So we'll do more of like a workshop. So we'll jump in and I'll show you Canva as we go. So if you've got two screens and you can have your own Canva up, we'll jump in and have some fun.
Okay, so I'm just logging into my back office and I'm going to here to my travel site because I've already got my Australian one. So our Australian ones look different, as Wynn said, very different. But you do have that same booking thing that your clients can use. Now, if you go in here for your Australian site, these are in Australian dollars because I went and had a look, and they are in Australian dollars. I went and looked up flights this afternoon, and they're all in Australian dollars, and they look pretty comparable in prices and stuff. So you can still use that. Your clients, if you send your clients your website, they can actually book flights and hotels and cars and stuff in here. So yeah, it does look a little bit different. But to know it's the Australian one is, it'll say Evo Australia here, but also have a look in your web address up here. It has evotravelagent.com.au. So make sure you have that. I really like this holiday quote request thing. So if you have a client that wants, is just inquiring, encourage them to send that to fill out that because it'll give you some information, like their basic information of what they're looking for, their names and date of births and all that sort of stuff, and you'll get an email when somebody fills that out and click submit. You'll get an email and that gives you somewhere to start. So you'll have their contact details, you'll have a rough idea of what it is they're looking for, whether it's a cruise or a tour or whatever it might be. So it gives you an initial point of contact, and you'll get an email to say that you've got a quote request come in, and you'll have that information. So then you can contact your client, and then you can go through and start having a chat to them about what it is they want and qualifying them and things like that. This obviously you can see that's where my bio is, and you can add your photo. This is our recommended trips. There is a default one on there that is usually very, very out of date. So I encourage any Australian agents that use their website to go in and to add their own trip, or their own, their own promotion in there. You can actually put 2 in there, and they sort of carousel. There's also space for photo gallery and all sorts of stuff. There's the blog and everything down there. So let me just move this out of the way. So to go into your back office, you log in, you put your ID in, and this is your dashboard now for your back office for your website. The information here on your dashboard is very, very easy to follow, and this is how you update your website profile. So you can actually go in here, click edit profile here, and you can change all the information. You can update your photo as you like. You can change your email address, whatever you might need. You change your username, update your bio every now and again, and you can change your password, all in here. Next thing, you can go to photo gallery, and you can actually add photos in here. If you scroll down, specials. Now this is where you update that special on your page. So you can actually do up to 2 specials. You can click on here to add a new special. And when you do that, this is the 80s cruise I'm going on this weekend, so this will be coming off. And you can click on here to add a new special, and then you can just, use something from one of your suppliers, or look up something that you want to put on there, and you give it a title, fill out all the information, copy and paste a description, and then you can actually put pricing in there, and you can update a photo. And so you can change it to whatever it is that you want up there. Click create, and then that will put your special on your website. There's lots of other little tools here. Currency converters always handy if you need to convert some currency. Now don't worry about the Oz suppliers and Oz supplier videos. These have all been moved to our Travel Cafe portal in that space. So don't worry about these ones here, because they're not relevant anymore. And then our commission hub, the most important thing for our travel website is where to put our commissions. So commission tracking forms here. When you do any bookings, unless it's a group booking, or if it's an American vendor booking, then you put it in the commissions hub in the US website. Now that's the reason why you would have your US website if you were doing group bookings, or a booking with an American vendor such as Viata, for instance. You would have to submit those commissions in the US site, in that commissions hub that you saw that we'd showed you. For everything else for Australia, we put them in the commission tracking form. So you have a look down here. Commission tracking form is on the left, and this is what it looks like. And when you first bring it up, it'll be pre-populated with your details in it, which makes it really simple. And then you just add as much detail as you can about what you're booking that you've made. So your travelers' names and their phone numbers, the departure dates, their itinerary. So if they're going on a cruise ship, what ship name, what itinerary are they going on? Their ticket numbers or booking numbers. As much information as you possibly can, because so it allows them to match it to the commissions that have come in from the suppliers. Also, last 4 digits of the credit card. You don't need to put all of the credit card details, but just the last 4 digits, so they can also match that up. And any other comments that would make it easier for them to find whose commission it belongs to once it gets paid. Then don't forget to click submit. Once you click submit, you'll also get an email to say that your commission has been submitted. And then it'll turn up in the submitted commissions tab on the left-hand side here. So if you click on the submitted commissions, then you've got all your submitted commissions loaded up in there. So as long as you see it in there, you know it's being submitted correctly. If you need to edit it, you can go in here and edit. Then once they've been paid, or once you've been paid, you can go in and you can see which for whatever's been paid, what's on the list, so you can tick them off and keep track of what you've been paid and what you haven't been paid. When you go back down to, okay, so if you haven't been paid and you think you should have been paid, then this is where your commission tracking, your where's my commission form is, and you can send an inquiry. Okay, so 60 to 90 days after the travel date, if you haven't been paid, you can then put in an inquiry, use your booking number, supply name, all the information that you have on your submitted commissions, and then submit that. And then you'll get an email as well to say that's been submitted, and then they'll be able to have a look into that for you. If you want to go back to your booking portal, you just click here and it takes you back. Has anyone got any questions about any of that so far?
Tiffany's put a question in there too. How does she get to her Australian website?
Okay, so if this is the first time that if you haven't set it up before, you go down, you scroll down to on your dashboard, and here it says, have you registered for your travel booking site yet? And if you haven't, you click here. And when that opens, then you log in, but for some reason that's gone to the American one. Usually it doesn't. If you're an Australian agent, it normally will just go to the Australian one, and you just register like Wynn showed you. Make sure, because this is the American one, .com.au. Make sure yours has .com.au. So this is my American one. Not yet, actually. Log in now. I'll log into my American one and I'll show you. So if I've got, and because I do a lot of groups, so if I've got to submit my commissions for my groups, I go into the commission hub. Commission hub. There we go. And then you can check the commissions if you need to update it. Okay. So that's where you do that for your groups if you're doing groups.
Hi, Kelly. It's Caroline. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good. Just a couple of questions with the photos on your site. How you said there's a client photo gallery. Is there
Yep.
something we can send them as like a link to upload them, or do we need to just get the photos from them and
I'm pretty
upload them
sure that
ourselves?
you have to get the photos from them and then upload them.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
just get them to send them. So
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
All
Just
right.
you click on
Cool.
it and you click on
And
upload. So
upload from there.
you have to upload it, they can't send it.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And just
Okay.
sorry, a quick question with the commissions.
Yep.
Because I think I've done them wrong. I did them through the other way, the American way.
Okay.
Should I email the commission's email and just let them know?
What vendor was it that you used?
It was mainly Covermore for insurance.
Yeah, you'd have to I'm assuming you would have to submit them in the Australian one.
Yeah,
So
okay.
maybe resubmit them to the Australian one, but send them an email and tell them what you've done.
Okay. And I think the
Because
other one was
Covermore
Expedia.
is definitely Australia. So
Okay.
yeah.
And Expedia tab, is that
Expedia Snap Australia. If you're using the Australian site, you would use
yep.
the Australian one.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Thank you.
But if you're using any of the American vendors, and we can use the a lot of the US vendors, not all of them, but we can use
Yeah.
some of them. If you've signed up to some of the US vendors, always go through that US commission hub on your
Okay.
other one. But all the
Yeah.
Australian ones, and Viator is American, which is why I say on the Viator one, do that through that one. But
Okay.
all the other Australian vendors, you would go through this one unless you're doing a group, because there's no way to put a group commission form in on the
Okay.
Australian site. So
All
groups
right.
have to go through the other one.
Always through the other one.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
So
Thank
even
you.
if you're using Australian vendors, you put the groups through the American one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hi, Kelly. It's Courtney. I have a question.
Yes, Courtney. Hello.
I'm always learning. So with the Australian commission form, and I missed the beginning, so sorry.
That's okay.
Is there a way, like on the, like on the USA, on the hub, before you hit submit, you can put notes? Is there a section in the
Yes.
Australia side you can put notes?
Yes. Right down the bottom. Oh, hold on. Right down the bottom here, you can put comments.
Okay, so then my
So
suggestion for the agent who is doing the USA and put the cover board. So what I had my other agents from other countries when they did that, I said, just, you can delete it in the hub and delete it and then go ahead, redo it on there. Like resubmit, you can do it from there and just let them know. Sometimes I had agents do that where they just contact Archer like, hey, just so you know, I did this so it doesn't look like there's two
yeah.
forms being out there.
And the thing with
Okay.
the commissions hub is you can actually delete it, which is good.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, just make sure you put in the notes on Australia,
Yeah.
because
Put it in the
I
notes down here.
does it apply, Kelly, with a 30-day policy on your end as well?
We were told it does, but
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's happened to anybody, but we were told that you have to submit your commission tracking forms within 30 days of booking.
hmm So in that case, I would still, um, I'll put it in the chat. I don't want to put it on video on camera and here. I'll put in the chat. Thanks, Kelly.
Okay, no worries. Anyone else have any questions?
Hi, Kelly, it's Annette again.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask a question. So when you submit your commission request and
Yep.
you've booked something at a certain price, like car hire, for example, but then if you upgrade the car or if the customer upgrades the car or adds the, zero insurance and pays more, do you still only get the commission on the original booking or do you get the extra?
No, you should be able to go in and edit. See, I pressed edit there, and you can go in and you should be able to update here
Yeah.
what your totals are. And then again, I would go down into the comments and I would
Yeah.
say upgraded from blah blah blah. Just whatever
Okay.
information you can give them.
Yeah.
It just helps to make sure that nothing's been missed.
Okay. And also, Expedia Tap, once I contacted them for some help, and they said that if I'm booking accommodation for myself, that I just email them because they pay you extra commission. But
Okay.
but I don't know how much that would be or how to put that in.
I think if you put that in the notes as well, just
Yeah.
write that in the notes, and then they'll match it as best. Like they'll see the booking, they'll match
Yeah.
the booking number and the agent ID and
Mhm.
everything, so they'll see it. So if the commission amounts are slightly out or anything, it's not really going to make any difference.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because they'll match it to all the information that you have.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, it's really easy, a really easy process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Anybody else? Okay, so I might stop sharing there. All right. Hold on, let me just see. There's a couple of questions. When did you see? Was there any other questions in the?
Yeah, Michael's just put a question in. I've only set up commissions for the US site and we'll need to look at them again for Oz site. Where do you register their account to be paid into? Do you want to
In
unmute
the
Michael and ask the question?
It's like my
So,
Wise account. I put my Wise account in
okay.
the US, but I can't see on the side there where you put your Wise account in for the Australian
No,
site.
because you go into the travel cafe under Australia. Let me share. I'll show you where. Um, let me show you. Okay, I'll show you where. So if you go back to your, let me see. Okay, when you go back to your dashboard, and you go down to Travel Cafe, and then you scroll down to your international agents to Australia. So everything is in this, everything for Australia is in this area. So when you're looking for your commission stuff, click commissions, and here it's setup, commission setup. So click commission setup Australia. Now it says a Wise account, so you can attach your Wise account or you can attach your bank account. You click on here, and then that's where you add your details for your payments for Australia. And then at the bottom, you click submit.
Is that the same for US, or I just had to do it a second time?
US have something else now.
Okay, I must have done it
Don't
then
they?
because I've already put a Wise account in.
Yeah, so what's the update on what the US payments are? It's a new thing, isn't it?
So yeah, here in the US, we now get paid through work market ADP. So if you're booking through ADP, then I would assume you would need to set up your account through work market. So when you're doing commissions, when we've done commissions here, just before commissions are due, we get sent an email which comes from High Work Market, and basically you'll then set up your work market account, and in there you can choose to be paid either via I think it is a Wise card, but it's you either get paid through the card or it gets paid into our bank account.
Yeah, and I understand it's like when you get your first commission due to you, that's when they invite you to
Yeah.
sign up for it. So they'll send you an email when you're going to get a commission from them from the first one. Does that make sense, Michael? Okay.
Stuff. Good stuff. So we could probably end the recording.
Yep. I'm just going to turn it off. Stop.